Let's first talk about the history of marijuana. According to the article Marijuana from History.com, the cannabis plant originally evolved in Central Asia. Hemp fiber was used to make clothing, paper, sails, and its seeds were used in food. In 1830s, Sir William Brooke O'Shaughnessy, an Irish doctor studying in India, found that cannabis extracts could help lessen stomach pain and vomiting. As far as recreational weed availability is concerned, it wasn't widely used for recreational purpose in the United States until early 1900s. Immigrants from Mexico during the Mexican Revolution introduced the recreational practice of smoking in the United States. The Marijuana Tax Act of 1937 was the first US federal law to criminalize marijuana nationwide. As a part of the war of drugs, President Richard Nixon signed the Controlled Substances Act of 1970, which named marijuana as Scheduled 1 drug along with heroin, LSD, cocaine, etc. As of June 2019, 11 states and Washington DC have legalized marijuana for recreational purposes. Colorado and Washington became the first states to do so in the year of 2012. Adults also can light up the marijuana cigarette without a doctor's prescription in Alaska, California, Illinois, Maine, Massachusetts, Michigan, Nevada, Vermont, and Oregon. Cannabis is still illegal under US federal law. However, and the evolving legal status of marijuana is a subject of ongoing controversy, not only in the United States but also all around the world. Now, let's take a look at the personal opinions of few people. What do you think, marijuana should be illegal or not?
It should be legal.
Why?
Make a ton of tax money. The whole reason it's illegal is because of the paper industry in the early 20th century was afraid of hemp becoming a cheap alternative. It causes less deaths than alcohol. It's got medicinal purposes. It grows naturally in a lot of the United States. It would make poor states a lot of money. It's been used as a bludgeon to punish, as Nixon's advisors said, hippies and black people. It's put a lot of people in jail for no reason. And it's fun and awesome and cool.
Thank you.
I think marijuana should be legal.
Why do you think so?
I think it should be legal because it is coming from the planet, one, and two, it is helping people feel better physically.
Do you
And
think marijuana should be illegal or not?
It should be legal.
Why?
It has many medicinal purposes. It is less harmful than other drugs that are legal, like nicotine or cigarettes and alcohol. And it can be used for a lot of alternative purposes, like making skin products or paper and such like that.
Thank you. Let's take a look at the sales and the process to buy marijuana.
Legal marijuana sales in 2018 are estimated between $8 and $10 billion nationally. Analysts predict that could reach $30 billion in 5 years. That's generated over $1 billion in tax revenue last year, though in places like California, revenues fell well short of expectations. And by and large, the new money makes up only a fraction of states' general funds. But the retail market is booming. In Colorado, there are more than 1,000 medical and recreational stores. That's more than McDonald's and Starbucks combined. Buying pot in these places is pretty straightforward. You have to be 21 years and older, visitors must show ID, sign in, and you're recorded by cameras. Customers are served by licensed staff who help them make choices among the many different types of smokable marijuana. Or, if they prefer, there's a dizzying array of THC-infused chocolates, candies, sodas, even creams to soothe aching.
If someone wants to buy it, he have to carry cash, as
Marijuana laws and regulation vary state by state.
Because marijuana is still illegal at the federal level, many problems remain. National banks, for instance, are wary of handling this business, so many pot retailers still operate cash only. The marijuana grown and sold today is also far more potent and now far more available than it used to be.
According to the article by Oak Tree, the top 5 reasons to legalize marijuana are: first, alcohol use went down by 50%. Second, pharmaceutical drug use dropped by 25% over the first 3 years when marijuana was legalized, as this served as a natural replacement of other drugs like the drugs given for PTSD, cancer, autism, and Alzheimer treatments. Thirdly, this leads to better marriages as no one is drunk, and moreover, cannabis elevates the level of tolerance and lower the levels of anger and aggression. Due to this, the cost of health insurance as well as car insurance are decreased. Sick people are offered with a natural medicine, but there are people who don't smoke weed and want it to remain illegal. So, according to John Hawkins, the top 5 reasons marijuana should remain illegal are: firstly, it is extremely addictive for some people. This is proven by Dr. Drew Pinsky, who has been working with a lot of addicts. He states it would be malpractice to say that cannabis isn't addictive. Anybody who's experienced it, actually been addicted to it, knows how profound that addiction is. When people are addicted to cannabis, cocaine, and alcohol, the drug they have the most difficult time giving up is the cannabis. Secondly, the plan of legalizing marijuana has not been worked well for Amsterdam. The citizens are now alarmed that their children are increasingly being exposed to it. And then, Amsterdam became the first city in Netherlands to ban students from smoking pot in schools. Thirdly, it is terrible for your mental health. For example, a study from Northwestern University found that marijuana users have abnormal brain structure and poor memory. Also, the American Medical Association said heavy cannabis use in adolescents causes persistent impairments in neurocognitive performance and IQ, and use is associated with increased rates of anxiety, mood, and psychotic thought disorders. Marijuana is also terrible for your physical health. This drug decimates many people's lives as people spend their time smoking and missing classes, losing jobs, and also losing their passion and loved ones.